are, am I being, I mean, okay, I'm being a little cruel there, but that's where I see the divide coming from that this guy's talking about. You know, people are not going to want to switch to it until that compatibility layer in, and that's not there now. It's coming, right?
The compatibility layer for Wayland or for GNOME 3?
GNOME 3.
From what I understand, even on the existing 10.10 Netbook Edition, you can get back to GNOME 2X.
Well, you can get back to, but then you're not in Unity.
Right, exactly.
And
that's the intention for 1104, is if you don't want to use Unity, there will be a GNOME 2 session you can go to, but they're not going to make them work interchangeably. However, as far as the look and feel of apps, they're still sort of, I think the themability is still up in the air entirely.
Well, and that's like one of the key things of any Linux build.
Yeah.
The ability to make the system your own, not to kind of be a little locked in any way. I can see strong resistance to that. So, I don't know. All right. Anything else we want to say on that, or I guess let it die where it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we've actually pretty much covered everything. Unless there's anything else we want to go into.
Let me take another look.
You guys hear about the Google and Facebook argument recently?
Something about it.
No, I hadn't heard about that.
Basically, why should you take our data when we can't have yours kind of thing.
Here's what happened. It's pretty awesome. Facebook lets you import all your contacts from Gmail, Yahoo, whatever you want from Skype. Google recently said that they've added a provision to their API that said, we are fine, we'll share our contacts with you. However, you have to allow other people, you have to share your contacts with other people as well. You have to agree to the same terms as us for us to do it to you. So, this of course meant so that Google couldn't share with Facebook because Facebook does not allow you to do this.
No, the whole Facebook, this is why I don't like Facebook. The whole Facebook business model is designed one internet under the Facebook.
Right. So then what happened is Facebook, because Google lets you download your contacts, Facebook created this direct link JavaScript thing that'll let you download your contacts automatically from Google and then upload them to Facebook as a workaround for the import.
Well, all Google has to do is put in a little wall that says, hi, you can't contact us. The end user has to do it themselves.
Which is what Google did. After, now this link leads to this page from Google that says, hi, we'll still let you download your contacts, but then it talks about what Facebook is doing, and it talks about why it's bad, and then it has a link for you if you want to like sign a petition for it.
You know, this would work better if Google hadn't just recently sent every Google account this little message about, we apologize for your Google Buzz breach. Here's the lawsuit thing or whatever. So
I agree with Google. I'm totally on Google's side with this, but it's just kind of nice excitement.
It's funny and it's weird, and honestly, it's like my problem with Facebook is, you know, this problem that we're talking about. You know, it's, say I wanted to submit anonymously something to, like, I think Jordan has a Facebook.
I do.
Yeah, like say I wanted to do that, or like some artist had a publicist just thought, hey, you know, the new hip thing for the kids is this Facebooky thing, so put everything on the Facebooky thing. Like, I don't have a Facebook. I don't want a Facebook. So, and the problem I have with Facebook is you either indoctrinate yourself in, or you can't participate at all. And it literally is the one internet under the Facebook and the one internet under the Facebook only. You know, they want to be the gateway through which the whole internet flows. Like, even Google is not that ambitious. It's like,
I don't know.
Google doesn't have a problem if you go another path.
Right.
They want to have as many paths that go to them as possible, but they're not diametrically opposed to you taking the red brick road instead of the Google brick road. They're okay with that. Would you like to follow the other spiral today, Dorothy? That's okay. It's like, it won't lead you to Oz, but that's okay. It's like, whereas Facebook is not okay with that. No, the yellow brick road only, Dorothy. You must go to Facebook. You have to see the Zuckerberg. It's like, and I have an inherent problem with that. It's Facebook could adopt a little bit of Google's core philosophy of don't be evil. Just a little bit. Just enough. Enough that you could anonymously participate. And celebrities and news organizations and other internet sites and things that are doing to Facebook, they would allow anonymous participation. If private people only want to allow their family, they can set their settings. Don't allow anonymous participation. You must be a member to participate with my little alcove over here.
For me, I wasn't as mad as Facebook until, I was thinking about this, and because I agree with Google, I had half a mind to, just create a bot in Python that would just go and get all your contacts and put them into a file that you could import to Gmail. However, I found out that if you do this, and Google can detect you're doing this based on, it could detect what a bot looks like on the web. By doing this, they will ban you for doing that.
Yeah.
And it's that act of stopping you from doing that gets me mad. If they're just not letting you do it, but they're not going to stop you from doing it if you make your own thing to do it, then I'm not as mad as you, as if you will ban me from doing it if I create something to do it. That made me very mad.
Well,
it wouldn't be that hard to just make something that would crawl Facebook.
But the
Create a
question,
list of contacts, but no, they will ban you for doing that.
the problem with that is they can't tell the difference between you doing it and an automated bot from something else doing it, because you'd be using a bot.
Right.
They can't tell the difference between a bot you made yourself and a bot in general. There really isn't a way to do that right now.
Well, you could tell the difference, like what it requests, if it's a perfectly even time between requests, if it's going to every single contact page, it's normal people don't do that. Of course, I'm pretty sure if I myself wanted to write on a sheet of paper all my contacts, I would find out later that I'm banned from Facebook. I know a lot of people who've been banned from Facebook because Facebook says that they're using bots and they had no idea why, and I'm thinking maybe this is the reason why they think they're doing that.
No, Facebook wants all that information in Facebook, and in Facebook only. And my other problem with Facebook is that Facebook really only works if you give it all that information. And initially that information was private. It is very clear that as time goes forward, none of it will be private. The button to even make it private will disappear. And I have alter reasons for not wanting all that information online, particularly because I'm a victim of ID theft, and I have people who would just as soon shoot me in the head for stuff I've never done, but they don't know that. So I kind of like to be a little bit off the grid, and if I was in Facebook, that would be an impossibility. Because Facebook is not okay with nom de plumes. We have detected that you are a nom de plume. You are not a nom de plume allowed. If I tried to go set up a Facebook, hey, Facebook, the show that sucks, I wouldn't allow it.
Say your last name not sucks.
Yeah. You know what's funny about that is my real last name they probably wouldn't allow either.
So
I haven't tried it, but they probably wouldn't.
Well, that makes me curious to know it.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people are curious now. I may disclose that at some point, but that ain't gonna be today.
Well, I'm totally gonna steal your identity then.
Good luck. You'll be about 80 jillionth in line. It's like, my social and driver's license are out in the wild. My name isn't really that much of a compromise. So we've discussed privacy is, of course, privacy is mute at this point. It's just, yeah. It has more to do with the fact of there's certain information I prefer is harder for people to access. Yeah, it's just nah.
And yeah, one of the reasons is that Facebook gave was that it's not our data, it's not your data, so you can get it. That's your friend's data, and then if it's not your friend's data, then whose data is it? It's Facebook's data.
Exactly. Well, and that's the thing.
Because that's the reason that they give. They said we can't give all your contacts because they belong to your friends. Well, we can't give your friends your contacts because they belong to their friends.
This was the same logic
You
PayPal
get down
tried.
to it, the person who does all the contacts belong to? Well, it's Facebook.
This is the thing all these unreputable online companies try. They're like, well, you see, I can't give it to you because it's actually the other person's data, so I need their permission to give it to you. I'm like, they want me to have it. They're telling you they want me to have it. Yeah, but I don't know that's them. And then on the other side, they're getting the same thing. Like person A is being told, well, it's person B has to give it to you.
Right.
The person B isn't allowed to give it to you because they can't actually talk with you. And person A can't give it to person B. It's designed, it's like, they set in here as an arbiter, which is basically designed to keep everybody apart so that they're in charge. By simultaneously enabling them to be together. It's a great gig if you can get it. You know, whole world power cyber brain thing going on, but that's... Anyways, on that tinfoil hat theory, it's like, we are going to stop this, so yeah, peace out everyone.